Hello my keto peeps, it's Samaya and welcome back to my channel, I Don't Sugarcoat. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I make my maple bacon coffee cake. So let's get started. Before we begin, today's video is sponsored by Love Good Fats, a company whose products I'm really excited about. They make these amazing low-carb, high-fat bars that I'm just falling in love with. They use clean ingredients, you guys. They're gluten-free, no soy, no artificial flavors or preservatives, and they're even kosher if that type of thing is important to you. These award-winning bars are simply delicious, and I love how lightly sweetened they are, with each bar only having 1 to 2 grams of sugar, and that type of thing is really important to me. They have a truffle-like texture that has these little pieces inside, which gives them this delicate crunch that I really like. The Love Good Fat bars make a great on-the-go snack or the perfect after-dinner dessert when you're craving something sweet. I especially enjoy them on days like today when I'm filming or I'm super busy. They are the best pick-me-up snack and they give me enough fuel from the fats to get me through to my next meal. These bars are available in a wide variety of flavor, which I absolutely love. One of my favorites being their lemon mousse. You guys, I just absolutely adore this bar and I think it's to die for. They also have these incredible chewy nutty bars and their salted caramel flavor are my second favorite. And I really just can't tell you how delicious I really think these are. But if you order them for yourselves, you guys will know why I love them. They also have this variety box here, this variety pack. And you guys, I think this is a good idea to order this because you can totally go and check out all their flavors, find out which ones you like, and then that way you know which ones you want to be ordering from now on. So if you're looking for a tasty, high-fat, keto-friendly snack, then I suggest you give these bars a try. Visit the Love Good Fats website today, and when you use this promo code here on the bottom of the screen, it's my name, Samaya, in all caps, you will save 20%. Now that is awesome. So thank you, Love Good Fats, for sponsoring this video. Now let's jump into this recipe. To begin, we're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of Lupin Flour. To this, we're going to be adding 1 tablespoon of some protein powder. You can use some unflavored whey. You can use the pea protein. I pretty much think any protein powder will work for this. Next, I'm going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of some coconut flour. I'm going to be adding in 1.5 tablespoons of some oat fiber, 1 tablespoon of some Vital Wheat Gluten. And now in my bowl here, I have 1/8 teaspoon of some Xanthan Gum, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have 1/4 teaspoon of some ground vanilla. If you don't have ground vanilla, you can totally just use some vanilla extract, and I'll tell you when to add that. And then I have 3/4 tablespoon of some baking powder. And now we want to go ahead and mix this. Now we're going to set this to the side for a second. In these 2 jars right here, well, not jars, in these 2 little glass dishes, I have 1.5 tablespoons of some Brown Swerve. I have 3/4 teaspoon of some cinnamon. And then in this one, I have 1/2 tablespoon of some softened butter. And in this one, I have 1/4 tablespoon of some softened butter. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add some of our dry goods here into each of these bowls, because this is what we're going to use as a topping, and this is going to be our filling in the middle of our 2 cake layers. To this bowl here that has the half a tablespoon of butter, we're only going to add 1 tablespoon of our dry mix here. And then to the one that has the least amount of butter, the 1/4 of a tablespoon, we're going to add 1 tablespoon and a half of the dry mix here. And now you just want to go ahead and mix these up well. Okay, and so as you can see, these look a little bit different. The one over here is a little bit more moist and it looks darker in color. And the one over here looks lighter and it's more crumbly. And so this is going to be our top layer, and this is going to be the layer that we're going to put in between the layers of our batter. So let's set these aside again, get our bowl with our dry stuff, and we're going to add in our sweetener. And I'm adding in 3 tablespoons of some pure. However, if you're not using pure, you're going to want to add in 6 tablespoons of some granular sweetener. And the reason why you're adding so much is because this is meant to be a 2 serving. It's 2 servings. So you're going to want to add enough sweetener to sweeten this up. But you can adjust it however you like. If you don't want it as sweet, or if you want it more sweet, add however much sweetener you prefer. Okay, so now that I've gotten that stirred in, we're going to go ahead and start adding in our wet ingredients. Here I have 5 tablespoons of some non-dairy milk. As you guys know, I use cashew milk, so that's what I'm adding here. I'm adding in 1.5 tablespoons of some oil, and for me, I'm using some grapeseed oil, but you guys can use, I think avocado oil might work. I just wouldn't use olive oil. I'm going to add in 1 egg. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of some low-fat yogurt. This is the Too Good brand. It's their vanilla flavor. The reason I'm going with yogurt for this is because I don't want to add any more fats to this, and this yogurt has very little fat. However, you could use sour cream if you prefer. Now I'm going to be adding in 2 teaspoons of some maple extract. And then I have a 1/2 teaspoon of some Buttery sweet dough bakery emulsion. And if you don't have this, you don't have to worry about it. It's just something extra that I like to add that I really like the flavor of, but it's still going to be great without it. And so now you just want to go ahead and whisk this up together. Okay, and this smells so delicious already, you guys. You guys just wait until you make it. You guys are going to be like, oh my goodness, I could totally eat this right now. And lastly, I'm going to be adding in 2 strips of some bacon that I've already pre-cooked. Now, if you don't want to add the bacon in, that's totally fine. You can skip this part. But I really like adding the bacon to this and putting it all together as one dish. So if you've never done something like this before, I suggest you give it a try, see if you like it. If you don't, you can totally make this without adding the bacon. It will still cook up great. Now here I have a microwavable dish here, and I think it's about 20 ounces or so, maybe a little bit more. I've already oiled it with a little bit of some grapeseed oil. So now I'm going to pour in a little bit less than half of my batter here. And we just want to go ahead and get that smoothed out on the bottom. Now we're going to take our mixture here that's meant to put in between the batter, and we want to sprinkle this nice and evenly across the top of our cake batter. And as you start to put this together, you guys will notice that it is really starting to smell like coffee cake. Okay, and I'm just going to pat that down just a little bit, not too much. All right, and now you just want to go ahead and pour the rest of your batter on top, and you want to be careful because we don't want to disturb that layer of sweetener, that Brown Swerve sweetener and cinnamon mixture we just put in there. We don't want to disturb that too much, and we want to try to keep it right where it is. And now go ahead and spread your batter across the top evenly as you can. Perfect. And now we want to go ahead and sprinkle it with our topping. And make sure you get it as evenly as possible. Okay, and now that looks so good already. Now, for the best part of this recipe, we are going to be sticking this in the microwave. Go ahead and put yours in the microwave for 3 minutes. Now, your time may vary a little bit. My microwave is a 1200 watt, so depending on what wattage yours is, you might have to decrease the time a little bit, or you may have to add a little bit more time. You're just gonna have to determine that depending on how powerful your microwave is. For my microwave, this cooks for 3 minutes. So I'm gonna put that in, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what we've got. 3 minutes have passed and my coffee cake is out, and it looks and smells so divine, you guys. I'm so serious. Like, this is one of my favorite microwavable recipes ever. What I'm going to do now is I've made a little bit of icing that I'm going to drizzle over the top of this using my little drizzle spoon here. And it has an actual name, but since that's what I use it for, that's what I call it, a drizzle spoon. So I'm going to get a little bit of this icing, and I made this pretty watery so I can be able to get it nice and poured over it. This is just 1 ounce of some cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of some sweetener, and then a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of some non-dairy milk with a little bit of vanilla, you guys. So it's really simple to whip up, really easy to pull together. And as I said, I like to make mine just a little runny just so I can be able to use my spoon for it. Also, it tends to seep into the cake when it's a little bit runny like that, and it just makes it so delicious, at least to me. But if you don't want to use icing, you don't have to, or you can make your favorite icing and put it on there. However you want to do it, totally fine. But this is going to be it, you guys. This is my 3-minute microwavable maple bacon coffee cake. And I would totally try this for you guys. I really want to, but it is not quite my eating window yet. And so I won't be able to dig into this for you, but trust me, this is delicious. You guys are going to love it. And when you make it, please send me some pictures or just tell me how you liked it or whatnot. So that's going to be it for me today, you guys. I don't have anything else to add. So I'm going to leave the nutritional facts for this recipe in the description of this video. And that's all. So if you like this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and don't forget to ding the little bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video. And until next time, you guys, bye.